Hello everyone, it's Ivy Molina, your favorite JRPG playing drag queen and one of the biggest fans of Final Fantasy VIII. I'm also the leader of the I Love Squall fan club. Listen, you know what makes me really sad? It's when folks say that they don't want to play FF8 because they are either scared of the junction system, or a quote that I hear a lot is that the junction system doesn't make sense. And you know who I blame for that? Quistis. Quistis is out here giving you these long, drawn-out instructions. The menu fatigue and her bland dialogue really makes it seem like she is in fact the Charlie Brown teacher in FF8 form. So let Mama Ivy take you through this process, and I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you to understand. This video does have sections, so if you need a specific section, you can literally be like, Ivy, shut the fuck up, and skip to the section you need. So let's start off with the basics. On our junction screen, obviously you can have the game auto junction. You can prioritize it for strength, for magic, or for HP. However, we're gonna learn how to do this on our own. So what the hell are we looking at? This, my friends, is your junction screen. At the top of the screen, you see GF and magic. Going to GF will give you a list of GFs that you can equip. A wise note would be to distribute GFs evenly and based on skill set. But what the heck does that even mean, Ivy? GFs have junction abilities that they can learn, like HPJ, which will allow you to junction into the HP slot to enhance your HP stats, or STRJ, which allows you to junction into your strength stat and raise those skills. There are GFs who have similar J ability. If Ifrit and Brothers both have STRJ, I wouldn't give both of those to Squall. I might give Ifrit to Squall and give Brothers to Rinoa. The objective is to have all of your attributes highlighted for every character. It's possible to do this, so don't be surprised if later on, as you start to acquire more GFs, your GF configuration looks different. Light them up, honey. Look at this screen, all white, yes. The magic screen is where, quite simply, the magic happens. Let me give you a breakdown of the 10 attributes you see on there. HP is your hit point stats, or your health. Strength, STR is strength, how hard you do physical damage. Vit is vitality, or in more common terms, your defense stat. How much damage can you withstand? Mag is your magic stat. How hard and how powerful does your magic hit? Just a side note, the higher your magic, the more you'll be able to draw from enemies. SPR is your spirit stat, which most commonly known as magic defense. The higher your SPR, the less damage you'll take from magic-based attacks. Now to the right side of the screen, your speed is SPD, which affects how fast you are in battle. EVA is your evasion, which affects how much you evade attacks. So in the screen, you see that Squall has a 22% chance of avoiding attacks. Hit is your hit percentage, meaning the higher it is, the less likely you'll miss an attack. Just a note, Squall's hit is already at 255. So if you can avoid it, don't equip Squall with a GF that has the Hit J ability. Give it to someone else. Luck is your luck stat. This affects the chance to get a critical hit. If this stat is maxed out, you will hit a crit every time. Again, luck isn't necessarily important for Squall because his trigger command is the crit. If you get the trigger every single time you attack, then you will always crit. This is where it becomes a little bit more fun to play around with different magics. You'll go to a highlighted stat and choose the magic that you'd like to put in the empty slot. The strength that the magic will have on your stats will be affected by two things. Number one, the number of spells you have. 100 Firaga affect your stats more than 10 Firaga. Number two, the type of spells. Putting 100 Firaga under HP is going to work better than putting 100 Firaga. Here I'm just playing around and you see how it goes down. 95 Thunder does not have the same effect as 100 full lives. Look at the number on the stat as you're putting the magic on the attribute. You'll be able to see how much it increases or decreases it by before you select that spell to be on that slot, so you don't have to put on and take off spells to see how much a spell would do for a stat. That goes down. That goes up. You can obtain magic in 3 ways. Number 1, you can draw from enemies. Number 2, you can get them from draw points. And number 3, you can get them from GF abilities. Now, Ivy, what do you mean by that? I would implore you to level up RF abilities as soon as possible. RF means refine, and these will refine items and turn them into spells. For example, Siren has Life RF, and if you use it, let's say for example, a tent item, it'll refine it into 10 Curagas. This is an easy way to get a lot of HP early game if you should choose. Upon obtaining GFs and learning skills, you might learn ST, AD, and EL, AD. There are additional junctions you can do. ST-AD will allow you to junction next to a gunblade icon and 1 to 4 body icons. ST-AD means you can add elemental flair to your weapons. If you equip the gunblade with Firaga, or in this case, we'll do Thunder, the gunblade now does elemental damage. I would caution you on this as not all enemies are weak to fire, and some may even be healed by your attacks. Junctioning next to the body means that you would be protected from the element. If you junction Thunder onto the body icon, you would be protected from the Thunder elemental attacks. The icon under Elemental Defense or Elemental Attack, if you hover back up on the gunblade, will tell you what percentage you are protected from the element, using a number 1 through 100, 100 being immune to that element. In this case, if we put Thunder here, we will not be immune to Thunder, but damage from Thunder will go down by 47%. ELAD is similar to STAD, except it is with status effects. Now, why they didn't have ST as status effects and ELAD as elemental is beyond me, but it's the opposite. Next to the gunblade, you can junction a status magic. For example, if you junction Break on here, it will hit it with a 40% chance, and your enemy will be affected by the status every time if it were to be 100%. Additionally, certain spells placed on the body will allow you to be protected from certain status ailments. So because I have 100 Berserk junctioned onto my body icon, I am 100% protected from Berserk. The junctioning system really allows you to control the difficulty of the game, and it allows you to customize characters to fit specific classes. You can junction uniquely and making a character a tank, as well as junction heavily on certain stats to either make a black mage or a healer. You can designate one character to play a job if you choose to play that way. Also, please note, if you use magic that you have junctioned, so for example, if you have 100 Kiraga junctioned onto Squall and you use 20 of those Kiraga, please note that your stats will decrease. I know that the junction system may be daunting. However, I am hoping that this tutorial not only lets you see how simple it is to junction, but how much flexibility and customization it gives you for a unique experience each time you play it. They really should have hired me instead of Quistis. Balam Garden, if you are listening, I'm looking for a job. If you should have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments. If you liked this video and it was helpful, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. Lastly, be sure to like this video and subscribe. Until next time.